Hello Nature Coast, my name is Caitlin Crayons and today we are going to look back at all the major events that took place in the 2022 to 2023 school year. Homecoming week is from October 17th through October 22nd. Students dressed up, participated in activities, and decorated hallways to show their support. The homecoming dance itself was great and many students attended. On March 22nd, Nature Coast had a mock crash called Prom Promise to the seniors and juniors who are going to prom. This was to prevent drinking and driving on prom night. The actors in this crash are theater students here at Nature Coast. They did a fantastic job portraying the importance of not drinking and driving on prom night. Prom was March 25th. Many seniors and juniors dressed up and attended the dance. Seniors went to Universal on April 21st for an event called Grad Bash. Grad Bash is when the seniors from all around Central Florida stay after the park is closed until 2 a.m. Seniors had a great time on this graduation trip. April 18th was tax day, so Dr. Champagne came in to help us learn more about taxes. For the first time in Nature Coast history, NCT decided to join the National Poetry Out Loud competition. Students were encouraged to write and read their own poems. Workshops started in December and ran through January, ending in a school-wide competition where the winner moves on to compete at USF. At USF, they are competing for the chance to compete in the national competition in Washington, D.C. in March. NCT's representative was Skylar Kirkman. Great job. Nature Coast's fall production this year was Cinderella, and she was not your normal Cinderella. She was a stronger character. The spring production was Steel Magnolias. It's a bittersweet production about a small group of friends who regularly meet at a hair salon. This served as a good send-off for the seniors who are leaving NCT. In both of these productions, the actors were very talented and worked very hard. Great job, Shark Theater. Can't wait to see what you guys plan next year. Nature Coast competed in a PHSC competition called Hackathon. Hackathon is where different high schools compete in a competition of ethical hacking. This is a friendly competition, so students can learn and possibly have a career in cybersecurity. NCT took first place this year, but a Pasco school took second, third, and fourth place. Great job, Sharks. January 23rd through January 27th was Literacy Week. Students were encouraged to read 20 minutes every day, and a book drive went on to help donate books to students in middle schools. Also, teachers decorated their doors to the theme of Dive into Literacy. The end of the school year, which means summer is here. What can you do over the summer? Well, there's many tourism activities right here in Spring Hill.
Summer's around the corner. Here's activities you can do in Spring Hill. Let's start with Weeki Wachee Springs. Nested in the heart of Florida, this hidden gem is known for its pristine water and captivating mermaid shows. Imagine diving into crystal clear waters where you can witness these enchanting underwater performances that transport you to a world of magic and wonder. Spellbound, making an experience you won't forget. Now let's venture to Sunwest Adventure Park. Located just a short distance away, this incredible park offers a multitude of exciting activities that are sure to get your adrenaline pumping. They have the exhilarating water courses. You can also soak up the sun by lounging on the sand, perfecting your tan and enjoying the warm Florida weather. But that's not all. Spring Hill also has ATV trails designed to cater to riders of all skill levels. Whether you're an experienced ATV rider or a beginner eager to learn, there's something for everyone. Don't miss out on these local attractions, whether you're seeking the enchantment of mermaid shows or the thrill of ATV rides. Weeki Wachee Springs and Sunwest Adventure Park provide the perfect opportunity to create lasting memories.
The Hernando Jazz Society is a non-profit organization that preserves and performs many types of jazz music. The organization also offers the opportunity to win a free scholarship. Every year, they give away at least 3 awards to the private study of instrumental or voice lessons and assistance in covering costs. In 2023, a scholarship has been awarded for $1,000, and in 2024, in January, you'll be able to apply in the scholarship program. The Jazz Society has performances at the Wellington Clubhouse at 400 Wexford Boulevard on the second Sunday of each month, excluding April and May, where there are performances on the first Sunday instead in order to avoid holidays. The performances are from 2 to 5 p.m. You can become a member for free using the application found on the Hernando Jazz Society website.
On September 23rd, 2022 through September 30th, 2022, Hurricane Ian hit Florida. Unfortunately, Fort Myers got hit really hard. So Nature Coast put together a school-wide drive of school supplies to donate to Fort Myers. Nature Coast ended the drive with a ton of donations, including notebooks, backpacks, pencils, and paper. Finally, it's the end of the school year. Sadly, this means we have to say goodbye to the seniors that go here. But before they leave, we asked some seniors and some teachers what are some of their fondest memories of
What
Nature
advice do you
Coast.
have for aspiring teachers?
For aspiring teachers, my advice would be to be patient for the first 3 years. I feel like it takes 3 years to get your feet underneath you, so be patient with yourself and your students as you're figuring this out and they're figuring you out and you're building those relationships and trust.
Don't let the bad outweigh the good. There is far more good in the career than there is bad. If you have a bad day, a bad student, focus on your good days and all of your good students who love you.
What advice do I have for aspiring teachers? I would say that you have to find a mentor who has been in the field for a little while, somebody that you can lean on, ask questions to, and who can give you good advice and guidance. That's probably one of the most important things that you could do becoming a new teacher.
For aspiring teachers, I would just say focus on the end goal, take the highs and the lows and just kind of even it out, and just focus on your students.
What advice do you have for students?
For students, the advice that I would have would be patient with your teachers. We're learning every day too, and we don't have it all figured out. Respect is a two-way street, and we do really want what's best for you, and trust that that is within our hearts.
Pay attention in class. Every topic matters. Some topics might not seem as exciting as others, but they're necessary. And so just come to class with a positive attitude, and that'll get you a long ways.
Your freshman year is your most important year. You have a lot of students that come in as a freshman. They've never had a GPA. They didn't get GPAs in middle school, so they may have passed middle school with D's and F's, and they just kept getting passed along. They don't understand that if they don't keep their GPA up, they could be in danger of not graduating. And you ask any freshman, I'd say the majority of them will tell you they are not going to go to college or anything, or military or after high school. And then when they're juniors or seniors and they realize they actually do want to go to college, then they have a GPA that was tanked because of their freshman year and they're not able to apply to those schools.
What I would say is take advantage of the opportunities that you're given. So in the state, in the country, in education, there are all these opportunities that sometimes students don't reach out for or they're not aware of, and they're really awesome. For instance, at Nature Coast Technical High School, we've got these cluster programs where you can get experience in the job that you want to do and get a head start compared to people who are just taking regular math, sciences, Englishes, etc. And so I'd say take advantage of those opportunities, take advantage of the clubs that you can join, whatever, to get an extra step for the next steps in your life.
What were some notable student achievements this year?
Oh, notable as student achievements. That's a tough question. And now I'm on the spot. Watching my Algebra 1 class grow from not knowing how to add -5 plus 10 to now being able to add -5 plus 10 and solve quadratic equations. They're graphing parabolas. So it's just nice to see them grow in math and what they know at the end of the year versus what they didn't know at the beginning of the year.
We had a lot of notable student achievements, from different college and university admissions to industry certifications being passed to most recently our Brucey Awards and celebrating the different films that they've created.
So some notable student achievements. I look at all my students and I look at their growth. So I don't want to necessarily put some achievements above others. If somebody comes in and they're at a low level with technology and they learn more than they have known, I always celebrate that as well. But some notable student achievements are we competed for the first time in an interactive app and game design competition, and we placed silver in the state, just 0.4% from being gold and going on to nationals. Also, we won the state level hackathon this year at Orange Technical College. So those are just a couple of things that happened within the program that are awesome, that are as a result of what the kids did.
We had some significant certifications, industry certifications. The main one that we do requires students to pass 4 different unit assessments over the course of their time in the program. Pretty difficult, rigorous certification, and they've done well.
What was your first year of teaching like compared to this year?
My first, listen, so it's funny, I didn't realize it, but they've been very similar. My first year, I didn't understand what it was necessarily supposed to be like. I thought I could find like a pocket and sit in that pocket and everything would just go through smoothly. But in teaching, it's fun because there's always new challenges. There's always something new going on. There's always new issues to address and new achievements to reach. And so this year has been just as exciting as my first year. I thought that, it would kind of dull off and fall down, but no, every year is exciting.
My first year of teaching was chaotic. I didn't quite understand all that went into teaching and the intricacies of it. And because of that, made a lot of mistakes. So now I'm much more comfortable, much more in a healthy routine and confident. And I think that confidence shows the students that I care and I like my job.
What was your first year of teaching like compared to this year?
First year of teaching, this was my first time teaching in public education. So I came from manufacturing industry, so it was definitely different, and it took some adjustment to, realizing that I'm working with a different clientele, the next future, or future generation. So it took a little bit of, kind of getting used to it. I also was using some acronyms that I used in industry and we all knew, but it took a moment for me to realize that you wouldn't know that at the high school level. So fortunately my students, intercepted that and said, hey, you're going to have to explain that to me.
So I'm not going to tell you what year I started teaching because that will show my age. But my first year of teaching, I taught at Parrott Middle School. And middle school is quite different than high school. I learned very quickly that I did not want to stay in the middle school. I don't have the sense of humor to put up with their middle school behavior. I think it takes a special person to teach middle school. So I was at Parrott for 3 years, and then I switched over to high school. High school was a lot different because the kids are older, you can have fun with them, but they know when to be serious, they know when not to be serious. So, and they're not childish and as immature as what middle schoolers are.
What are your plans for next year?
Next year, just over the summertime, I like to look at, we always make some changes, make a few tweaks, and I take the summer to evaluate what worked well and what needs improvement, and what we might be able to add to, kind of enhance the student learning experience. And so I know we're making some changes to our capstone group. We're going to try to add some metalworking skills credentials in there. Just try to improve in all ways.
And what are your plans for next year?
Oh man, my plans for next year are through the roof. Improvement on everything that we've done. So for our students who competed, who made silver at states, now we're looking at qualifying, going gold at states and going to nationals. We had a cybersecurity team who won gold at states and they're going to nationals this year. Next year, it's going to be to win nationals. If they don't win nationals this year, it's just improvement on every level. Once you achieve a goal, you find your next goal to climb to.
And what are your plans for next year?
Hopefully, I will still be at Nature Coast teaching the same subjects I always teach, Algebra 1, Pre-Calc, and AP Calc. I will still be the senior class sponsor, and I hope next year is just as good as this year.
My plans for next year are to continue growing. Old buddy told me that in business, if you're not growing, you're dying. So I think small steps towards the end goal of just becoming the best humans and filmmakers we can be.
So what advice would you give to younger students?
Have fun and do your work.
Well, the kind of advice I would give is just let's get an amount of work done, keep on studying, don't be a distraction to yourself and others, just respect your teachers, respect your students, and most of all, follow the PBS guideline. Yeah, like that.
I would tell them to pay attention and just be kind to the other students, and yeah, that's pretty much it.
Take your time and work through school
Take it serious.
We're here with Mr. Rank, Energy Tech Program. What was your favorite memory this year from the cluster? Favorite memory this year was going to the senior baseball senior night. Was there, when you get selected, a teacher selected, you go out there and one of your student selection would be the teacher for that program. It's a wonderful memory. Thank you very much.
Funny prank that you've done to someone.
Well, one of the pranks I did to my own children was actually set the clocks back 2 hours in the morning. So they actually got up 2 hours earlier than they should have done. And then they came to school, and we actually brought them to school at 6 o'clock in the morning. And then they realised, and they were very angry. My wife thought it was really funny. The one thing we did in class, we actually told them one day we had exams, and they actually came preparing for an exam, and they didn't have an exam, but I thought it was quite funny. So we brought them cakes and chocolate, so they actually had fun after they were angry.
That's a really good prank. Thank you.
Thank you for joining NCT Journalism throughout the year and watching us grow as a class through quality and quantity. We hope you will join us next year because we have some good ideas for the 2023 to 2024 school year. Goodbye, Nature Coast, and have a great summer. Nature Coast's fall production this year was Cinderella.